Assalamu alaikum and welcome. You're watching Real English News along with your host Sharif Akram Imani. Let's have a look on today's top headlines. KCR's warns media TV channels insulting Telangana will be buried 20 feet under the earth. Venkaiah Naidu asks CPWD to speed up work and ensure transparency. AAP Chief Arvind Kejriwal meets Governor Najib Jung, submits CD of sting operation. Explosion at German chemical plant. Let's have a look. Blast at facility in Richard Hute where solvents are handled damage nearby residential areas and heard for miles around. Jammu and Kashmir floods, communication and connectivity. The biggest challenge, says Army Chief. Let's have a look on headlines in details. Telangana Chief Minister Mr. K. Chandrasekhar Rao on Wednesday pretended to bury the media 10 feet under the earth if they continue to insult the newly carved out state. Mr. Rao, a loggerhead with Andhra Pradesh government over disbursement of assets and liabilities of the undivided state, also demanded that Telangana must be respected. Those who insult Telangana, its existence and prestige will be buried 10 feet under the earth, says Mr. KCR, as he is popularly known while addressing a gathering after landing a statue of Kaloji Narayana Rao, a renowned poet and literacy critics, commemorating his birth century at Nakalakunta in the district. Slamming KCR's statement, senior Congress leader and former Union Minister Renuka Chaudhary said that the Chief Minister should exercise restraint. With 400 projects costing over rupees 5 crores, each running behind schedule, Urban Development Minister Venkaiah Naidu has asked CPWD to tone up its functioning and ensure timely completion of works beside maintaining a transparency. Drawing up a 15-point charter of action after reviewing a meeting, Naidu said accountability should be enforced by taking action against officers responsible for delay in execution of workers and also asked the CPWD to make payment to contractors through the electronic mode only. Functioning of the Central Public Works Department has come in for a critical review at a day brainstorming session attended by top brass of ministry and CPW besides 75 chief engineers of the agency from, as per the action plan, a standard operation procedure, that is SOP, including specific time frames, has been evolved for each construction activity. In order to ensure transparency, project details should be made available in the public domain through online information display boards at all work sites with the display of projects including cost, project schedule, major features, details of contact person for complaints, reasons for delay if any. AAP leaders today meet the LG, that is the governor, and ask him to withdraw the letter to the president seeking his permission to invite the BJP to form the government in New Delhi. We have submitted the CD of our sting operation which shows BJP trying to buy our MLA for rupees 4 crores. We request the LG to watch the video. We also ask him to revise the September 4 letter he sent to the President Pranab Mukherjee, in which, in a way, he has sought permission to invite BJP for government formation, said AAP leader Manish Sisodia, who accompanied party chief Arvind Kejriwal during the meeting. In his letter to the Mr. President, the LG had referred to the resignation of the AAP government on February 14th, saying that it was not in the interest of public to hold election in such a short time after the election of December 2013. In accordance with the Constitutional Convention and also keeping in mind that the law down by the Supreme Court that every effort must be made to form a popular government but recommending dissolutions, I shall be grateful in the Honorable President, says Mr. A huge explosion rocked a chemical facility on Tuesday night near Bremen in northwestern Germany. During several people, police said that a DPA new agency, the one person was severely burned in the blast and the explosion damaged a nearby residential area in the town of Ritterhut, which is a country of Warden Osterholz. The injured man was found in the rubble and several local residents were slightly injured. Police and firefighters said the blast at 9 p.m. was heard for miles and sparked at an incense fire. Marcus Newman, spokesman for the local and the local Warden Osterholz, police said authorities believe the injured man was a plant employee whose car was found outside the plant. Newman said the employee responded to an alarm on his beeper and drove from his home to the plant to investigate. Newman said the cause of the blast was not clear as the site was still too hot and not yet acceptable to investigators. The plant is owned by Organo Fluid GmbH, which specializes in recovering valuable solvent from used mixtures. Big news of the day from Jammu and Kashmir. As Water Resources Army Chief General Dalbir Singh Suhaig has said, communication and connectivity is now the biggest challenge in the massive rescue operation in the flood-ravaged Kashmir, where about 6 lakh people are still stranded. Chief Minister Umar Abdullah has said these are the worst floods in a century. He has a false sense of grandeur. 4 Air Force helicopters carrying supply could not land at Srinagar helipad after crowds pretended to stone them. Aggressive crowds means we are facing difficulty in rescue work, says O.P. Singh, chief of the NDRF. General Suhag reiterated, we understand people are upset, we are trying our best. Almost 200 people have died and many have been trapped in their homes or places they took the shelter in for or over 3 days. A broken down of communication lines caused more panic as people have been unable to contact those stranded. Some people lines have now been restored in Srinagar. Chief Minister Umar Abdullah has described the floods as the worst in 109 years, adding, how do you plan for something that has not happened in 100 years? I understand the anger and frustration, but it is not true that nothing is being done. There will always be some dissatisfaction when something like this happens. I know people have lost everything. We promise to rehabilitate them. No relief and rehab camps can be perfect. We are doing as all we can, says the Army Chief. Said the national highway to the Avinati-Pora will be open soon, making it easier to reach supplies to the initiators. On Tuesday, the Srinagar-Leh National Highway connecting Ladka with the Kashmir Valley was reopened for the traffic. The situation in Jammu region has stabilized and the focus is now on providing relief material on the ground. According to an official report, around 68 relief campaigns have been set up in the Jammu sectors. The skies have cleared and water levels have come down, although road connectivity in several parts are needed of restoration, according to our report. Let's have a look on today's first news. Tactics not the problem, Dutch code says after seas loss. An angry Gus Hiddink said the Dutch needs to learn a lesson from the last-minute loss to the Czech Republic in the opening Euro 2016 qualifier, during which the coach surprisingly stuck to a formation unpopular with his team. Australian Grand Prix post record of $60 million loss. The 2014 Australian Grand Prix posted a record of $55 million loss amid soaring costs and declined revenue, government official says on Wednesday. No quick technology fix for problem bowlers, says the ICC. The ICC is questionably optimistic that wearable sensor can provide the technological breakthrough needed to stamp out illegal bowling action, but does not expect them to be ready for trial and matches before mid of 2015. Saina Nehwal wants Vimal Kumar as a coach for Asian Games. AC Indian shuttler, that is Saina Nehwal, who has been training under Vimal Kumar for the last 1 week, was the former chief coach to travel to Inchino, Korea with her for upcoming Asian Games. Let's have a look on today's stock market. Sensex for today stand with 27,570.41 with minus 0.476 declining. Whereas Nifty for today stand with 8,944.10 with minus 0.72%. Let's have a look on today's gold and silver rates as per Malabar Golds. According to Malabar Golds, today's gold rates, that is Wednesday 10th of September, are as follows. For 10 grams, for 22 carats of gold, it's rupees 26,250. Whereas for 24 carats of gold for 10 grams, it's rupees 27,760. Silver rates for today for 10 grams, it's 440. Let's have a look on today's weather report of 6 regions of Telangana state. Hyderabad minimum temperature 23 degrees Celsius and maximum 30 degrees Celsius. Khammam minimum temperature 31 degrees Celsius and maximum 32 degrees Celsius. Mahbubnagar minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius and maximum 34 degrees Celsius. Medak minimum temperature 23 degrees Celsius and maximum 30 degrees Celsius. Karimnagar minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius and maximum 30 degrees Celsius. Whereas today's minimum temperature of Nizamabad district stand with 22 degrees Celsius, whereas maximum 30 degrees Celsius. Headlines once again. KCR's warns media TV channels insulting Telangana will be buried 20 feet under the earth. Venkaiah Naidu asked CPWD to speed up work, ensure transposting. AAP Chief Arvind Kejriwal meets Governor Najib Jung, submits CD of sting operation. Explosion at German chemical plant. Let's have a look. Blast at facility in Richard Hute where solvents are handled down in nearby residential areas and heard for miles around. Jammu and Kashmir floods, communication and connectivity. The biggest challenge, says Army Chief. That's all in the news, guys, for today. Keep watching Real English News along with your host Sharif Akram Imani. Till then, take care. Masalam.